Welcome back. Amos Aledari, he's the Managing Director, GTI Securities, is still here with me in the studios as we talk about capital market operators, recapitalization, focusing now on markets after compliance level. Thank you so much for sticking with me in the studio. Now, a comment from one of our viewers that fewer big players might lead to concentration issues at the top to the detriment of small players has actually got me thinking, how does this happen, or how do you think this will happen? How will this affect the market?
Yeah, fine. You're going to have, big players trying to chase, institutional clients here and there. But don't forget that with the model that is in place right now, you are still going to be having increased number of sub-brokers. And these sub-brokers will be able to go to the grassroots, and they will keep increasing. If you look at India, that was the same model they adopted a few years ago. And today you have so many sub-brokers in India that goes to the grassroots and bring businesses, for the main capitalized firms. So in Nigeria, the same thing is going to replicate itself.
But it's not just about bringing the businesses. It's about managing the businesses very well and satisfying your clients, basically.
Part of what will help you to manage the business very well these days and satisfy your clients is technology. You have to leverage well on technology and get your retail strategy very well. If you get it right, that won't be an issue.
That means a heavy collaboration and partnership with the ICT as well.
Exactly.
Because, that's also been a very big issue. The guys in the ICT, the folks in the ICT keep complaining that you folks always cut them out of the business. You always cut them out of the deal. You don't talk to professionals. You look for people who will just give you a quick win. You don't talk to the professionals who will give you a lasting win. And so you always have issues where your customers and your clients complain about service delivery.
I want to tell you that gone are those days where you see stockbroking firms trying to manage on the issue of technology and whatever. One of the 5 broad areas that the stock exchange minimum operating standard has brought out is technology. You must have 21st technology in place and very effective equipment to ensure that it will drive your entire process, your entire system. So there is no way you will compete globally under this regime without having sound technology in place. And so you don't have an option than to partner with ICT guys with good software. That is what you can leverage on. Otherwise, there's no way you'll be able to cope and compete with the global players that are coming.
In terms of that now, would you say that operators should focus on training themselves in that field,
yes,
or getting the professionals from the, I'll still say that, getting the professionals to come in and do the job? Because, you definitely have operators who have sound technology know-how, but it takes a professional to know how to do the job.
No, I agree with you. And that is why every serious firm should have IT professionals in-house. I agree with you. Otherwise, you won't be able to focus on the main business of, looking for clients and ensuring that you satisfy them. So you must have IT professionals in-house. Correct.
So, talking about what you expect now from the market.
Well, I expect that, one, there will be, what we call transfer of accounts as we speak is already ongoing. Investors have been checking SEC's website to see the compliance level of their capital market operators, whether they have met up or not. And so if your capital market operator is not on SEC's list, you have to clearly look for how to transfer your accounts to well-capitalized firms. As we speak right now, that is ongoing in the market. A lot of investors are trying to transfer their accounts away from undercapitalized firms, to capitalized firms. And that is ongoing. Again, we expect that by the time the second list of PNB comes out, we'll see the cracked economic team that will hit the ground running and provide a clear economic direction for the Nigerian economy. And that will also serve as a catalyst to the markets.
So getting your thoughts more on that one now, we're expecting to see the screening start from next week. 21 nominees have actually been announced, and then we're expecting to see the remaining ones. Well, how do you think the investors will react to the market? I spoke to a stock market analyst, Rosmi Fakaijo, earlier on the program, and it's quite optimistic that, investors will react very favorably when eventually they know who the economic team will be. What are your thoughts on that?
Correct. Investors will react positively to that. In fact, if you look at the market in the last few days, on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of last week, the market gained consecutively. But when the issue of capitalization deadline came up on September 30th, Wednesday last week, because of the apprehension, if you look at the first trading day after the recapitalization, which was on 2nd of October, the NSL share, they actually depreciated by 2% because of the apprehension. People were trying to check, you know, will my stockbroker make the list and so on and so forth. But then you can see that that has started subsiding. The second trading day, which was 5th of October on Monday, market actually lost just 0.7%. And as of yesterday, it has come down to 0.25%. You can see that gradually the apprehension has been dying down. And so by the time the second list comes out from PMB, I tell you that second list is going to be more exciting than what we've seen. And it's really going to encourage a lot of investors.
But in the days ahead, what are your expectations for the market? You know, because of course we just started a new quarter, and Q3 results are expected from most of the firms listed on the stock exchange. What are your expectations for the market?
For the market in the days ahead, you will continue to see trading that are haphazard. What do I mean by that? You will see short terms of trading gains, and then a few days again, you will see the market coming down. That is what will keep happening until a specific catalyst is able to propel this market. If you look at what has been happening in the last few days, movement of account transfers, if all of those are ongoing, it will slow down market activities, because investors are trying to move to safe haven. They're trying to transfer their accounts from stocks that have not been able to meet up with capitalization to the well capitalized. You know, so in a way, you won't see the effect of that right now in the market, because those stocks cannot be traded right now because they're still trying to migrate. And so that is why I said in the market right now, you don't expect anything extraordinary right now. But I tell you, over the medium to long term, the market is going to be better for it. Investors' confidence will increase, and some of the initiatives that the current government is putting in place to block wastages, to reduce leakages, and so on and so forth, will really.
Yeah, but then you're still not going to have speculators. You're still going to have speculators in the market anyway, and that will continue to raise apprehension.
No, in every market, you always have speculators, and you have people that are daring for the long term. And so, Nigerian market cannot be isolated. You still continue to have speculators. And the truth of the matter is that if you are able to play your game smartly, you will still continue to make good. As bad as the market is, there are stocks that have actually gained 10%, 20%, and over that in this market. And so, we have guys that have been trading online who are watching prices daily, who are guiding themselves with stocks recommendation analysis, and they are still making good profit in the market. So, that is for speculators. But for institutional clients like the PFAs, they are still going to be there. They are still going to keep investing for the medium to long term, and they will still have good returns in this market.
So you're quite optimistic about what the market is going to be looking like in the very near future.
Very optimistic. In fact, it was that optimism that also drove so many capital market operators to ensure that they meet. See, if there is nothing in the future, many market operators will not strive to try and meet up the recapitalization. But operators know that, look, what we're having right now, it is true. There are a lot of challenges and problems and difficulties, but they are ephemeral. As time goes on, they will fade away. Our market still holds a lot of potentials.
Well, thank you so much, Mr.
Thank you
Amos Aledari, for coming on the program and sharing your perspectives with us. Of course, we're going to have you back here in the studio again in the days ahead as we talk more about capital market operations. Well, that's the program for today. We focused on the capital market operators recapitalization deadline. We've got lots in most of the other economic news that was hitting the polity. Of course, in the days ahead, we expect to see a better and stronger operating force from that aspect and segment of the market. And on business news, of course, we keep track of the developments as well. Don't forget, you can be part of the show. Just continue to chat with us online. We're on Twitter. You can tweet at us at BizMorning, at Harriet Agbenyo at Wilson Business. We'll be glad to mind your business and to take any of your comments and questions as they come. Or you can also send them to businessmorning@channelstv.com. And now don't forget, you can watch this episode again on youtube.com/channelsweb/businessmorning, and also drop your comments and make your contributions as well. But that's the show for today. Many thanks for spending time with us. I'm Harriet Agbenyo. Have a profitable day.